Steve Mignani here for the Steve Mag's YouTube channel with John Juliano and Annalise Petruska. And these are the lucky owners of the Uni-ROYAL 73 Pontiac Ventura 2. Now, you were watching Ian Roussel's Full Custom Garage TV show on the History or the Motor Trend channel.
Correct.
And what happened next?
Well, this car popped up as they were trying to view other vehicles that Ian was trying to restore there. Okay. And this brought me back to my childhood. I remember seeing this car on the Uniroyal commercials. Yeah.
Like, now you're probably 50. So how old are you roughly?
I'm just a little over 60.
Okay, 60. So in 73, like me, I was about 9 years old in 1973. I remember sitting there watching TV, and I'm Uni, I'm Roy, I'm Al, and these cars would come flying at the camera. This is one of them. Now, Pontiac didn't make a bunch of these. There was only 3 of these?
That's as far as I know. There were only 3 of these, and they had the commercial on for a couple of years. And this, I believe, is the only one left that we know of anyways. And it's just a very unique car, and having being a thrill show, stunt show fan, and coming here to the Big E and watching the stunt show, I mean, this was like right up my alley. Yeah. I got to hunt this car down.
Yeah, and speaking of the Big E, of course, that's the Eastern States Exposition held here on the Springfield. What's the name of this?
West Springfield.
West Springfield since
1916.
1916. Yeah, the
so
Big E.
Been here a while.
Yeah, and throughout many of those years, I mean, the Lucky Lee Lott Thrill Show, Joey Chitwood, Lucky Teeter,
Joey Chitwood, Dan Fleener, Jack Kochman. Annalise did a tremendous amount of research on thrill shows for our museum. Wow.
As a matter of fact, here in 2021, this video will be seen for a long time, but we're here right now, September 29, 2021, and there's actually a mini display here on site this year of thrill shows, automotive thrill shows. This isn't part of it. This might be in next year. It should be, but again, it's not quite ready. But here's the thing, right? Okay, these cars, like many for thrill shows, were put through paces and really worked hard. Now, we know that Pontiac or Uniroyal, whoever, welded up some frame reinforcement, stuff like that. But this car was built with a 3-speed manual and a 3 on the column. I can't imagine they would have used it. So by your investigation, what did it have for a power plant during its time?
It had a 6-cylinder. The guy that I bought this car from pulled the 6-cylinder out of it, and he made a little hot rod out of it.
Okay.
So as far as I know, there wasn't anything bigger than that. Although when you watch the TV commercial, it looks like they're going, like they had a big V8 in it, or so 350 or 400.
Yeah, I'll say this. That remains. I mean, are you pretty sure the 6-banger that he pulled out was from this car's original?
He said it was. Now we do have the original 3-speed here in the trunk.
Yeah, the manual.
That in there. Yeah. And actually, we tried to buy the motor from him, but it's already in his hot rod, and it's on the show. If you watch that show and you see he's got like a 32, maybe 32 coupe, that's the motor that came out of this car. And he had the history of this car. He knew the previous owner. Yeah. So it's hard to believe it only came with a 6.
Wow. Now that's amazing. I guess you keep in mind that most, thrills that they do, in fact, in this book, let's take a peek here. This is a book right here. Yeah. I'll hold this up. It says Daredevils on Wheels. That good, crisp for shine and sheen? Yeah, we'll bring it in, sure. And here's the book, and inside we can see right here that the cars were put through. Is that okay with Sheen? Right. Good. We can see the cars were absolutely pounded and mounted. Now I'm trying to peek underneath and see if there's dual exhaust or big muffler. I don't see any headers. I don't see any sign that these have big engines. So, and again, these maneuvers are probably done at 40 miles an hour and below, maybe 60.
Yeah, and they were like, it was all show. It really wasn't a lot of go, even though everybody thought these cars were fast and really built. And when, for TV, that's all they needed, something for show. Who knows what the inside of these things even looked like? There really are no great pictures, although there are some door panels on this one. Yeah. Who knows if it had a headliner, and you're just not sure. But it's nice to have this piece of history, with the car. Yeah,
and with that said, if you go on YouTube, there are numerous videos showing the program, the Uniroyal promotional videos, and they show the cars in action. I haven't watched all of them, but I'm going to keep an eye out for dual exhaust headers and stuff like that. But it looks like this thing made its show life in its duty with a 6-popper and a 3-speed manual.
Right.
I imagine
putting the VIN. Didn't you run the VIN?
I did.
pretty much came up with it was a 6.
That's right. It was born with a D code, which is the 250 cubic inch 6-banger. And, and I also did check to see if the sequence number, the serial number, the last 6 digits were like 0001 or something cool. It's just got a regular sequence somewhere in the 120s. So it wasn't like they pulled off. I do wonder if the other 2 Ventura 2s were brothers, like 1 digit away.
Right.
Unknown.
Unknown, yeah. Who knows if they're in a storage container or rotting in a field somewhere.
I'm sure you'll find them at some point.
Now, what is your role in this picture? You're a business partner in the car?
Business partner, learning every day.
Right on. Now, not to get too inquisitive, but the buy-in on this car, big money?
It was actually it was really reasonable money. It cost more to ship it here. To tell you the truth, from California, couldn't have been any farther away from Massachusetts. So it cost a little bit more, but. Now that we've done some research and the car is known, we were told that the car could be worth almost 10 times of what we paid for. There are people out there looking for these vehicles, like we were, or I was anyways, and Annalise kind of jumped on board. She thought I was a little crazy about
I like the history behind it. The history is very cool.
Well, just about 2 weeks ago, the risky business Porsche at Barrett Jackson, Houston, sold for $1.8 million. Not that this is about money or anything like that, but with that said, what are your plans for this car?
So what I liked about this was the originality. I'm all about original cars. I don't like to touch what the factory had already done to them, and finding the patina on this thing was just so cool. So our plan is, we do have a motor for it already that we found out of a Firebird, 75 Firebird, 350. We're going to put a little bigger motor in it than was on it. I don't know if we're going to burn tires off it, but we might. An automatic transmission. And we're going to get it so we can at least drive it, and we'll probably, if we go to a show, we'll tow it. It's not going to be street legal, of course. We have no title for it, although we could probably find one. But certainly not in the shape to drive. We'll have it in our Collector Car Live show here at the Biggie, hopefully next year. And, that's pretty much our plan, just to kind of restore it a little bit, get it to drive, and hopefully people will enjoy it. Put it out in the public, like a day like today at the Big E, have them go take pictures with it. We want to share it with everybody.
I am very thankful to hear that you're not planning on gussying it up, repainting it, glossing it out and stuff like that. You're going to leave it as it.
Don't even know we'll wash it.
Don't even wash it. It's true, because it's only original once, but beyond now, there's enough of it here to where it speaks for itself. There's no need to help it along, and that's great, because I was a little concerned. Just paint it purple, make a bracket racer out of it, and tell people what it used to be. Let's instead let it be what it is.
I think the history that I've had, and going far back with all these car guys and throw car, you always left something original. That's really the way I like to have them. So to find it like this, we did find some original OE wheels. We'll put those on, but I have the wheels that the car came with from California when they were doing some stunts with it. So we've kept everything that's possibly original for it.
And speaking of stunts, UNI-ROYAL, Uni was Eunice. Her actual name was Kay Kaiser. Apparently, I guess, an established stunt woman in movies, I guess?
She did a cavalcade of, was it thrill shows, I believe, that she had? It was an all-female cast, maybe?
I just read what the name of it was. Can't remember.
It's all right. We can Google that.
Like Cavalcade of Thrills or something that she was in it. And a couple of the older history buffs we talked to right away. When we showed the picture to a few of our friends that are in thrill show business, they're like, "Where'd you find that car?" And I know the person that drove that car. So they're still out there. We had Joey Chitwood Jr. here the other day. So that was pretty cool having him back.
The amazing thing is, I remember sitting there maybe a year or so ago watching Ian Roussel's full custom garage and saying, "That's pretty cool. That's an amazing thing." And then JJ calls me up and says, "Hey, I just bought a car. I'm thinking about it. What do you think?" I'm like, "Wait, you can buy a car off a TV show?" You can buy a car off a TV show. Apparently, it actually does happen.
Annalise knows I'm relentless when it comes to trying to find something that we want.
It only applies to cars, though.
All right.
I mean, he can track down anything. If he sees it on TV, he can track it down. I don't know if that applies to many other aspects. But
music, maybe. If it's something musical or cars.
Like he will find it, so it cracks me up. Sometimes I come in the office in the morning and he's like, "You'll never believe what I found." It's on its way here.
It's on its way here.
Again. Let me buy now. So that's what I do.
Well, that's the beginning of the story of the Uniroyal Pontiac Ventura 2 stunt car. And if you like what you're seeing here, of course, subscribe to the Steve Mignonti YouTube channel, also known as the Steve Maggs YouTube channel, and be sure to share this with your friends.